Hey viewers, Method Fudd here, and today I got something really special for you guys. I know it's been quite a while since I've uploaded anything to YouTube because I'm really busy with life and work and college and whatnot and girls, but I've got something really special for you guys today. Today I'm going to show you guys how to get awesome internet on your gaming consoles. And this will work for the Wii U, PS3, and Xbox 360. I've tested only the PS3, but my friend has the Xbox 360 and Wii U, and we did it on his, and it works awesome on his too. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it on the PS3, but it works the exact same way on the Wii U and Xbox 360. Obviously, the operating system is going to be just a little bit different, but it's the same concept, and it works awesome. I mean, I notice when I'm playing Black Ops 2, internet is phenomenal now. But what we're going to be doing is creating a static IP address for these gaming consoles. And the first thing you need to do is get on your computer. Obviously, since we're at my desktop, and what you're going to want to do is go down to the Start menu and search CMD. That will bring up your command prompt. Oop, actually I lied. Let's try that again. CMD, Programs, CMD, and there's your command prompt. And you see, now we're at our command prompt. And what you're going to want to type in is ipconfig/all. Make sure I spelled that right. Yes, we got ipconfig/all. And once you have that, you're going to press enter. And then you're going to get a bunch of just random stuff. And since right now we're on my laptop, I'm on the Wi-Fi internet, I'm not wired, so we're going to look for a little section that says, I'm trying to think, like wireless LAN adapter. If your computer is connected through an Ethernet cord to your router, then you're going to get the Ethernet network connection or something like that. I can't remember. And here you have your connection DNS suffix. It's going to tell you, since I go through Charter in Nevada, that's what it's going to have there. And you're going to get a bunch of other stuff, whether it's like IP4 address, subnet mask, default gateway. Anyways, you're going to need quite a few of these. You're going to need the, let me look here for a second. The subnet mask. Most people are going to be the 255, 255, 255. Most people are going to be like that. What you're going to do is take a picture of this with your cell phone or write them down. But what you're going to need is subnet mask. You're going to need the default gateway, and then you're going to need the DNS servers. Some people will only have one, some people may have two, some people may have three. If you have one, just write the one down. If you have two, just write the first two down. If you have more than two, forget the last one. We're not going to need that whatsoever. And once you have these written down, or take a screenshot of this, or whatever you have, that's all you need to do. You just need to close this out and then go to your gaming console. Hey viewers, so now we're at the home screen of the PS3, and this is relatively the same concept as the Xbox 360 and the Wii U, but I'm going to be showing you guys how to do it on the PS3 because that's the only console I own at this moment. So what you're going to want to do though is you want to go to Network Settings, which is in the Settings, and then you want to go to Internet Connection Settings. This is where you're going to be entering all your IP information that you got from your computer and manually, because you're going to be making a static IP address. Because if you put the stuff in manually, rather than the PS3 making an automatic IP address, when you put the stuff in manually, it's just a better internet connection. Therefore, called static IP address, and it works a lot better. So now we're going to start creating this static IP, and we want to stay away from the easy automatic IP connection stuff. So we're going to do custom. And this is where you're obviously going to choose if you want a wired connection or a wireless. Obviously wired is better, but with a static IP address and with a good internet and with a good router, it's pretty much awesome either way. And I have a wireless, so I'm going to choose wireless. You can scan for your router, or you can enter it in manually. I enter my stuff in manually because I can. My router name is Callan because that's my last name. And this is where you're going to enter in your router password, whether you have one or not. I have one, so entering my router password in. And now this is where you want to pick manual. You do not want to pick automatic because you don't want making IP address settings automatically because you want to put in your IP stuff in manually. So we're going to choose manual. And then you'll see 5 different things. The first one, IP address, is the IP address of the PS3. And you want the first number to be 192, the second number to be 168, the third number you want to be 1, and then the last number, this can be any number. I choose 127 because I read in an article somewhere that 127 is one of the better static IP numbers to choose, because the last number is the different devices you have throughout your house on the Wi-Fi internet, and they have different IP addresses, and usually you don't have like 127 IP, not IP, you don't have 127 devices connected, so 127 is a good number to choose. And if they're the same, if it's the same number as like an iPad or something, if you have it like set at 10 and it's the same as an iPad and you have them both going, they're gonna like intertwine and you don't get the best connection possible. And that's what happens when you choose automatic. So you're gonna pick put in manually, and I recommend 127. You can choose whatever you want though. And we're gonna move on to the next thing. The subnet mask should already be 255.255.255.0. I think that's just the general number for the subnet mask. That's what mine was on my computer. It was already put in for me, and yours may have already put in, but if yours is different, you're going to want to change it. Now for the default router. The default router is the exact same thing as the default gateway. From when you went to your command prompt on your computer and you wrote down or took a picture of those things, you're going to look for default gateway and enter the default gateway. Mine was 192.168.1.1, and that's what I entered. Okay, and this is where the DNS comes in. Remember where I had 3 of them? This is where you're going to want to enter them. You only need 2, you have 2 slots. You can enter only 1 if you only have 1, but if you have 2, enter both of them in. And just remember, for the DNS, you only enter the first and second one. If you only have 1, just enter 1 and leave the second one blank. Or if you have 2, then enter both of them in. And once you have all your IP address settings put in, you're going to click over to go to the next. And now you're going to have this little option called MTU. You're going to leave it as automatic. The proxy server you do not want to use. And the UPnP, you want that enabled. And now you want to save your settings. And once it saves it, you're going to test connection. Oh, oops, I accidentally backed out. Let's go down and connection test. And then it's going to start checking for your internet connection. And we're just going to give this a few as we wait. I got NAT type 2. And then, as you should notice, you're going to have a lot better internet connection now. Like ridiculous, it's just ridiculous how awesome it is now. Now, like, my connection speed download is like usually in the 9s, and it used to be like in the 4s. And now my connection upload speed is usually around the 2s, when it used to be like 0.80 or 0.8. And it's just a huge difference, and I can totally tell when I'm playing games, and it's just ridiculous. And then now that we have our static IP, you're going to notice things now like your internet, like your download speed for games. Like I'm pretty sure I'm downloading something. Like log back in. Okay, now I'm signed back in. And then we're going to download management, and we're going to check out this game. And as you can see, my download speed's pretty darn fast. Like it's going around 2 megabytes per second right now, and that's awesome. And now that we have our static IP address, I'm going to start teaching you how to forward ports through your router for certain games, whether it's Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1 or whatever game you're laggy and you want ports to be opened up on your router so better connection flows for that game. I'm going to show you how to do that, but now we have to go back to the computer. Alrighty guys, so we just set up a static IP address for our gaming console, whether it's an Xbox 360, Wii U, or PS3, and now we should have amazing internet on our consoles. And if that's all you want to do, then stop here. But now, I'm going to show you guys how to port forward some certain games, and an example I'm going to use today is Call of Duty Black Ops 2, because we all know the servers are crap. And once you port forward these, open up the ports for these games, it helps so much, it's nigh funny. So what we're going to do to start off is we're going to open up our internet browser. I use Google Chrome. You can use Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to open up a new tab. And I really hope you guys kept your default gateway because we're going to need that right now. And then the search bar, or I don't know what it's called, the search bar or the URL where you enter the HTML. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, we enter the domain. We're going to enter the default gateway. And mine was 192.1, oh, that's a lie, 0.68.1.1. And now, I don't know why mine popped up right away, but normally something will pop up and it'll ask you for your username and password. If you've made a username and password for your router, you can enter that there. If you have not, then there's probably a default username and password you got to put in. And usually it's like admin for the username and the password's 1234. But if you don't know, you can always look at the bottom of your router and then look at the model and the brand of the router. So you can just search it into Google or something and it should tell you what the default username and password is so you can get into your advanced setup for your router. And I use a Cisco Linksys E3000. As you guys can see, Cisco's the brand and the model of mine is Linksys E3000. So now that we're here, we're going to go to this site now, portforward.com. And once you guys I'll just put the link in the description. And let's see here. What you're going to do is go down to the ports, port list, and this is where you're going to find the video game you want to open the ports for. And like I said, my example is Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Let's find it. Alrighty, here it is. We're going to click that, and now this is where you're going to put the router brand and choose your router brand. I have a Cisco, so we're going to choose Cisco, and the model name is a Linksys E3000. Now that we're here, do not skip this step. Actually, you can, but this step actually kind of helps you see what you're doing. And this right here is the IP address of your gaming console. And if you guys remember, the static IP address I made for mine was 127, so that's why I'm going to enter 127. And now, as you guys can see, there's just detailed instructions on how to get to your router settings. There's that search bar. You can enter in your default gateway, which is usually what I just entered, the 192.168.1.1. And then here's your username, password, and whatnot. Like I said, that would pop up normally. And then this is where you have your Cisco Advanced Setup. And it's going to give you instructions on how to get to the port forward range. Each router is different. The brands are different, so there's a different way of getting to this port forwarding. And it's going to teach you how to get there. And once you get there, it's going to tell you what to enter into your port forwarding. And on mine, I have 4 entries I need. So now we're going to go to my setup. And mine, I have to go to Applications and Gaming. And now you guys will see I have single port forwarding and port range forwarding. So we're going to go back to the entries. And then if you follow the instructions, I have 2 single port forwardings right here. And the other 2 are port range forwarding. My 2 single port forwarding, the external port and internal port, are 3074 protocols. Both IP address is right here with my static IP, and it's enabled. And as you guys can see, I have the exact same thing right here, the 3074, both 127 enabled. And you can kind of give it its own name because the name doesn't really affect the port forwarding. And once you have those 2 entered, or however many you have, you're going to go on to the next step. And you're just going to keep on entering each one the way it says to enter it. And now we're going to go to the port range forwarding. And I have 2 here, and one that starts with 4,379 to 4,380, both 127 enabled. And as you guys can see, I have them in just the way it is. And make sure you click Save Settings as you do this, because you don't want to enter the stuff in and not save. Then it's not going to work. And once you have that, you're done. Once you have your port forwarding in, you're done. This will work for any game that has ports to open up from that site. And let me tell you, I always have 4-bar internet connection in Black Ops 2, and it is awesome. I'm always host, well, not always, but quite a bit I'm host, and this is just an awesome way of getting better internet connection. And I really hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope this helped you guys. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to message me, and please subscribe. I need subscribers. Show this to your friends. It's always good to get more views, and I really hope this helped you guys. Have a nice day. Peace.